I don't really have a script for today, so I'm just going to rant and talk about the past month, my recent experience with Joey. He sadly, foolishly jumped off of the sofa wrong somehow and injured one of his spinal discs. He degraded quite quickly. When he leapt off of the sofa, I didn't see it, but I know he was on the sofa behind me. There was barking in the garden, so he went. He leapt off of the sofa, and then I just heard a whelp. Then he started slightly limping about an hour later, and then over the course of, let's say, 2-3 days, it got to a point where it got so bad he couldn't hold himself on his back legs, and he couldn't go to the bathroom because he couldn't hold himself up. So me and my roommate then ended up bringing him up to my local vets first before it got so bad. They thought it was a sprain and gave him some anti-inflammatory medication. Then we went home, and then it got really bad to the point where he couldn't express his bladder anymore. Then we went to the emergency vets because it just happened to be on the weekend. Sat there for a few hours, had him checked, and then they booked him in immediately the next day to a specialist doctor. So we went, dropped him, had the visit with the vet, and she originally wanted to directly do an MRI scan and operate him. I was running on 3 hours of sleep at that point, so I did tell her. I almost went in for the surgery, but and that doesn't mean that if your dog is at the vet's that you shouldn't go ahead with the surgery, but I wanted to see, because he was only on anti-inflammatories, I wanted to see if it was a disc injury, like she said. I wanted to see how he would do on their medication first before deciding whether or not to go ahead with the surgery. So I asked the vet to take him into their care for just give it a day, put him on the medication, see how he does before we decide to MRI and operate. And they did do that, and he got better. They put him on gabapentin, I think it was, and I think at the beginning he had to take 11 pills a day. That was quite a bit. He was on, I think, gabapentin, paracetamol. They gave me some calming tablets as well because he's a Cocker Spaniel. Even when he got neutered, he managed to tear the stitch. It's hard to keep him calm. But the worst part was afterwards when so he stayed at the vet's for, I asked them to keep him for about 2-3 days. And when I got him back, they told me that he wouldn't be allowed to go for a walk for about a month, maybe 2, depending on how he heals, and that he had to be restrained to a crate. No way that was happening. So what I did was the first week, he had that baby playpen that he used to sleep in when he was younger. I got the playpen out, and he just stayed in a playpen for the first week with very short leashed toilet breaks into the garden. And yeah, we did that for a week, but then he started to get, even with the pills that she gave to calm him down, he started to get restless. So I have another black gate that I gated around the playpen, so he had a little bit more leg room, and we did that for another week. Then after 2 weeks had gone by, it seemed like he started getting better. I was told by the vets not to be fooled by that. So he started trying to parkour against things again. So I gave him a little bit more leg room. I restricted him to areas, like rooms of the house. So if I was in the living room working, I'd restrict him to the living room, obviously gated around the sofa, not allowed to jump, no stairs, no play, no running, nothing, but I gave him a bit more space. It's been a month now. He has gained quite a bit of weight, just because there's nothing I can really do with him other than puzzle feeders and food-motivated toys. There wasn't much I could do with him. It was actually written on the document that he wasn't allowed to play, so there was nothing to do but give him chews and bones and all that. But yeah, he is a lot better now. I still have to carry him up and down the stairs. So I only tend to bring him upstairs when we go to bed. He's not allowed in bed anymore, and I think I'll keep it that way. Just not to so that I don't confuse him. Just in case in the future I have a taller bed, I don't want him jumping up and down off of that. So from now on, no more beds. Sofas he will inevitably get on. My current solution is to remove the legs off of my sofa so that it's not too high. I think in the future I will just have to keep... He's not allowed to... He tends to, when he hears things outside, he tends to, down the stairs or out through the garden to go see or bark at whatever it is. So I think I'm going to baby gate bottom top of the stairs so he can't do that sprint down the stairs anymore. And I'm gonna put a gate to the garden as well so that he can't sprint into the garden anymore. And it's going to be, yeah, I think I got lucky. He didn't end up needing a surgery. But I mean, obviously I did tell the vet when we brought him in that if he gets worse, if he deteriorates, to go ahead with the surgery. But I did want to see how he would react to their medication first before doing the surgery, because it is a £6,000 surgery and he is insured. But it's just then with the surgery, then the recovery time and everything, it was already not being able to walk him or play with him, or play or run or jump or do anything like that. It was already quite difficult. I am part of a Cocker Spaniel Facebook owners group, and it is apparently it's quite common in Spaniels. It didn't come up when I was doing breed research, but apparently it is quite common, and a lot of the owners on that Facebook group did end up operating their dog, and some of them say obviously that it's the best thing they did, and the dog never had a reoccurring injury, and they highly recommend surgery. And then some also, went the other way and said, don't do the surgery, they'll heal by themselves. I think it is very case by case. It depends on you, it depends on your vet, on your dog. In my case, I decided not to wait and see, but obviously if he deteriorated, I would have gone for the surgery. It wasn't a question of money or anything like that. I just wanted to avoid it because I know that recovery can be quite tough after a surgery like that. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and hopefully it will only get better from here. Thank you for watching.